Welcome back to our channel, everyone.
Hi everyone, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Eric. And today we're taking an in-depth look at describing appearance, focusing on vocabulary that can help you paint a vivid picture of how people look.
That's right, Eric. In this extended episode, we're exploring 6 key phrases and words: wear makeup, skinny, be getting on for something, chubby, glamorous, and hideous.
We'll break down each term with plenty of detailed explanations, multiple examples, and extended dialogues so you can see how to use these words naturally in everyday conversations.
So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and prepare to dive deep into the world of describing appearance. Let's get started.
Let's begin with our first term, wear makeup.
Wear makeup.
Wear makeup is a phrase that means to apply cosmetic products such as foundation, eyeliner, mascara, lipstick, and so on, to enhance or alter one's appearance.
For instance, someone might say, "I always wear makeup on special occasions to feel more confident." This shows that makeup is used as a tool for enhancement.
Another common example is, she wears makeup every morning before work, which implies that applying cosmetics is part of her daily routine.
You might also hear a statement like, "Even though she doesn't need it, she likes to wear makeup to accentuate her features."
In some cultures, wearing makeup is seen as a form of self-expression. For example, you could say, in the fashion world, many models wear makeup to create a dramatic look for the runway.
And on the flip side, some people choose not to wear makeup to embrace their natural beauty. This diversity in choice is an important aspect of modern appearance discussions.
Imagine a dialogue in a beauty tutorial. Emma, why do you always wear makeup even when it's just a casual day out?
Well, Eric, I wear makeup because it boosts my confidence and lets me experiment with different looks. Sometimes I go for a natural look, and other times, I like something more dramatic.
That conversation shows how wearing makeup can be a personal choice that reflects mood, style, or even cultural influences.
Also, many professional artists and models discuss their routines. For example, before every photo shoot, she carefully wears makeup to ensure her skin looks flawless under the camera.
So whether it's a daily ritual or reserved for special events, wearing makeup is all about enhancing one's appearance according to personal preference. Next, let's talk about the word skinny.
Skinny.
Skinny is an adjective that means very thin, often with an implication of being slender. However, it can sometimes carry a negative connotation if it suggests being too thin or lacking in health.
For example, you might say, "After his illness he looked really skinny," which describes someone who has lost a significant amount of weight.
Or, in a fashion context, she loves wearing skinny jeans because they accentuate her figure, which means that the jeans are fitted and enhance her appearance in a flattering way.
There's a subtle difference in meaning based on context. While skinny can simply mean slender, in some cases it might imply an unhealthy thinness.
For a more positive alternative, some prefer to say slim when complimenting someone's physique, e.g., he has a slim build that suits him perfectly.
Let's imagine a casual conversation.
Emma, have you noticed that the new designer always wears skinny outfits that are very modern?
Yes, she always looks so stylish in her skinny clothes, and they really highlight her elegant frame.
That conversation highlights how skinny is often used in everyday fashion to describe clothing that fits closely to the body.
It's important to use the term with sensitivity, though, as some might find it offensive if it refers to their personal body type.
Exactly. Context and tone are key. You might say, he appears skinny because he recently started a new health regimen, which is neutral and factual.
That's a great point. Understanding the nuances of skinny can help you navigate conversations about body image with respect.
Now, let's move on to the phrase, be getting on for something.
Be getting on for something.
This phrase is used to indicate that someone is nearing a particular age or that a certain amount of time is almost up. It's an informal way to talk about approaching a milestone.
For instance, you might say, "She's getting on for 40, which means she is almost 40 years old.
Or, it's getting on for midnight, so we should wrap up the party, indicating that midnight is approaching.
It can also be used more flexibly, like, the project is getting on for its deadline, and we need to finish the remaining tasks soon.
This phrase adds a sense of immediacy and awareness of time. Imagine a conversation between friends. Emma, aren't you a bit nervous? You're getting on for a big promotion.
I know, but I believe that experience counts, and I'm ready for the challenge, even if I'm getting on for 35.
That dialogue shows how the phrase can be used to acknowledge milestones or approaching limits, whether in age or time.
It's an informal way to indicate that time is passing and that certain changes or responsibilities are imminent.
Next up, we have chubby.
Chubby.
Chubby is an adjective that means slightly overweight in a way that is often seen as cute or endearing, especially when describing children or pets.
For example, you might say, the baby has adorable chubby cheeks, which conveys a sense of cuteness and affection.
Another example is, my puppy is a bit chubby because he loves his treats, which suggests that while he is overweight, it's in a lovable manner.
However, context is key. When describing adults, chubby can be perceived as offensive if not used carefully.
That's why it's important to know your audience. In a friendly, casual context, you might say, she looks so cute with her chubby face, but always consider the feelings of the person described.
In another scenario, you could say, the child's chubby arms made him look even more huggable, emphasizing affection rather than judgment.
And in a more neutral tone, you might simply describe someone's physique as, he has a bit of a chubby build, which gives him a friendly appearance.
Understanding when and how to use chubby appropriately helps maintain respect and kindness in your descriptions.
Let's imagine a conversation at a family gathering. Emma, did you see little Timmy? He's gotten a bit chubby since last year.
Yes, he looks so adorable. I can't help but smile at his chubby cheeks.
That friendly exchange highlights how chubby is often used affectionately in casual settings. Now, let's explore the word glamorous.
Glamorous.
Glamorous is an adjective that means attractive in a sophisticated, stylish, and elegant way. It's often associated with celebrities, high fashion, and luxury.
For example, you might say, she looked absolutely glamorous in her red carpet dress, which suggests that she exuded elegance and style.
Another example could be, the magazine featured a glamorous photo shoot in an exotic location, highlighting the allure and sophistication of the setting.
Glamorous can also describe lifestyles, such as, he leads a glamorous life, full of exciting events and high-profile parties.
Let's consider a conversation at a fashion event. Emma, that gown makes you look incredibly glamorous.
Thank you, Eric. I love dressing up and feeling glamorous for a night out.
This dialogue illustrates how glamorous is used to compliment someone's style and the overall sophisticated vibe they project.
And sometimes it's not just about looks. Glamorous can also imply an aura of confidence and allure that goes beyond mere appearance.
Finally, let's discuss the word hideous.
Hideous.
Hideous is an adjective that means extremely ugly or unpleasant to look at, often used to describe something that shocks or repulses due to its appearance.
For example, you might say, the building's architecture was considered hideous by many critics, implying that it was unattractive and jarring.
Another example is, she wore a hideous outfit that clashed terribly with her personality, which emphasizes the negative impact of the appearance.
Hideous can also be used in a more figurative sense, as in, that was a hideous mistake that ruined the presentation, though today we'll focus on its use to describe appearance.
Imagine a conversation where someone comments on a peculiar style. Emma, I have to say, that hat looks hideous on you.
I know it might be a bit too bold, but sometimes fashion takes risks, even if they turn out hideous.
That exchange shows that hideous is a strong term used to express extreme disapproval of an appearance.
It's important to use such words carefully and respectfully, as they can be very hurtful if not delivered with sensitivity.
Now that we've gone through each word individually, let's have an extended discussion where we apply these words in different contexts related to describing appearance.
Absolutely. Imagine you're discussing a friend's transformation over the years. You might say, ever since she started to wear makeup regularly, she's looked much more polished and confident.
And you could add, she used to be really skinny, but over the years, she has developed a more balanced and healthy figure.
Then, if you're talking about age, you might mention, my uncle is getting on for 70, but he still has that spark in his eyes.
Exactly. And when discussing body types affectionately, you might say, the baby's chubby cheeks are the cutest thing you've ever seen.
In a conversation about style, you could remark, that actress always looks so glamorous on the red carpet. Her outfits and accessories are always perfectly coordinated.
And, on the flip side, when critiquing something that doesn't quite hit the mark, you might comment, the building's design is simply hideous. It clashes with the historic charm of the area.
This range of vocabulary allows you to describe everything from subtle enhancements to dramatic contrasts in appearance.
Let's dive even deeper. Consider discussing a fashion show. You might say, many models wear makeup to highlight their best features, ensuring they look glamorous under the bright lights.
Then you might add, some designs are very skinny in their cuts, which can be both flattering and, at times, too restrictive.
You could also note, the designer is getting on for 50, but his innovative approach to fashion is as fresh as ever.
And when describing a particularly endearing child at the show, you might say, that little boy's chubby cheeks and infectious smile stole the show.
Sometimes, we also encounter critiques. For instance, while some outfits on the runway were glamorous and elegant, a few pieces looked downright hideous and poorly constructed.
It's crucial to understand the context when using these words. Hideous is a very strong term and should be used cautiously, especially when describing people or their personal style.
Absolutely. And let's not forget that words like wear makeup and skinny can have different connotations depending on cultural context and personal preferences.
That's why it's important to be aware of your audience and the sensitivity of these descriptions. What might be acceptable in one context could be perceived differently in another.
Another interesting point is how language evolves. For example, many people now prefer terms like natural beauty or slim over skinny because of the connotations it might carry.
Exactly. And when we say someone is getting on for something, it's a casual way to mention age without being too blunt or impolite.
These expressions enrich your vocabulary and allow for nuanced communication. They help paint a vivid picture of appearance, mood, and style.
In daily conversation, using these collocations can make your descriptions more lively and relatable.
For instance, if you're describing a celebrity's look, you might say, she always wears makeup that enhances her features, and her glamorous style is admired by many.
And if you're talking about a movie character, you might note, the villain was depicted in a hideous light, making his transformation all the more dramatic.
We can also discuss how these words intersect with personality. For example, her glamorous appearance reflects her confident and bold personality, while her natural look, when she doesn't wear makeup, shows her authenticity.
And sometimes the way someone dresses can be a statement of individuality. Even though he's getting on for 60, he still dresses in a very modern and stylish way, which really breaks the stereotype.
You might also compare trends. While many prefer a minimalist style, some find the chubby and playful patterns of vintage clothing charming.
Or you could observe changes over time. In the past, being skinny was often seen as fashionable, but nowadays, there is a broader appreciation for diverse body types.
These discussions show that language is not static. It's dynamic and reflects social attitudes and cultural shifts.
Exactly. By understanding and using these words, you not only improve your descriptive skills, but also gain insight into how society views beauty and appearance.
And that's what makes language learning so exciting. It's intertwined with culture, history, and personal expression.
We hope this detailed lesson on describing appearance has given you plenty of examples and ideas to incorporate into your daily conversations.
Remember, whether you're describing how someone wears makeup or commenting on a glamorous outfit, the key is to use these words with awareness and respect for the context.
Practice makes perfect, so try using these expressions in your own speech and writing.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into vocabulary for describing appearance.
We truly appreciate you spending your time with us and hope you feel more confident in expressing yourself clearly and creatively.
Until next time, keep expanding your vocabulary, keep practicing, and let every word you learn add a little more color to your world.
Happy learning, everyone, and have a wonderful day.
Bye for now.
See you in our next episode.